On April 8th, several cities in the U.S. and other countries will experience a total solar eclipse. Can you imagine that? However, there are a few more rare celestial events expected to happen in April. Our guest now explains. Dominique Campbell, she's a member of the Astronomical Association of Jamaica, which I did not even know existed. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, welcome.
Good morning, Neville. Okay, so I'd like to first say that I didn't know that the Astronomical Association of Jamaica existed until I went to UWI.
Okay.
When I went to UWI, that's where I was told, you know, there's an astronomy club. So they had a career day for us as first years.
Wow.
And when I went to that career day, I saw a telescope and I just ran. And I've been here ever since.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you do what?
Okay, so I studied physics in undergrad, so my BSc is in physics. But for my own happiness, I do astronomy, I sing, but those two are my
When you say you
passion.
do astronomy, what do you do? What does that mean?
So for the Astronomical Association, sometimes, for example, the Eclipse, we'd plan events that are aligned to the celestial bodies. So we'd come out and we'd say, okay, the eclipse is coming up. Can we view it? Is it feasible to view it from Jamaica? Is it something that we can have an event for, and we try to encourage the public to come out? Mm-hmm. So things like these nice little interesting things in the sky, we like to get that awareness. We've been to schools trying to push astronomy in Jamaica, because the other thing that I learned when I came to the club is that we have a famous astronomer that sat on the International Astronomical Union board, and she was the one that helped to demote Pluto from being a planet. So
Really?
Yes, it is extremely, if you never spoke to anybody, you would never ever know that a Jamaican was
a part
of that important decision. Wow. Something like that. And
Wow.
that decision was made, I think, between 2004 to 2006.
Yes.
Yes.
So we're talking about a solar eclipse.
Yes.
For those who have no idea what that is, what is a solar eclipse and why is it so significant?
Okay, so can I do a small little demonstration?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
She's getting excited.
Okay, so Neville, you're perfect. You're in yellow. You will represent the sun. So I just need you to stand somewhere. Yeah, I just want to.
Where this is going on, because it sounds like I'm go eclipse him.
Yeah.
Get up, son.
Where do you want me to go?
Just somewhere that the camera can kind of pick you up.
Richard? All right, so I must go around.
So you are the sun, you are the light source, right? Mm-hmm. And now Dahlia, you'll be the moon.
Yes! Now block him. Where you want me to go, girl? Where you want me to go?
So I want you to pass right in front of him. So I will be the earth.
Yeah.
So on April the 8th, exactly what Dahlia is doing, that is what our moon will be doing to the sun. So the moon is passing between the earth, me, and the sun, which is Neville, and that is our solar eclipse.
Okay.
So,
what's the fascination with that, though?
Okay. So,
Why should we be excited about it and stuff?
well, do you remember going back into GSAT? Well, if you did common entrance, when we were learning social, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
No, you were perfectly right. You don't have to apologize for that.
But do you remember learning social studies about Christopher Columbus and how he used eclipses to basically sabotage the Tainos, to basically give them food and make provisions? It wasn't a solar eclipse that what we're going to see on April the 8th, but it was a lunar eclipse. And he basically, based on the almanac that was available to him at that time, he knew that a lunar eclipse would be happening around the time. And at that time, the Tainos were being very hostile to him, because they said, hey, you're eating up all our food and you're not giving us anything in return. And he was just like, well, me and my crew need to eat, so I will take away
my power.
Exactly.
What's the difference between a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse?
So it's just the position. So you want to go back up there and
No, I'm not eclipse me. Don't do it.
What is the difference, though?
Okay, but you would not. All right, so you are the moon, right? So I would pass in between. For the lunar eclipse, the Earth passes. So the moon is on the other side, the Earth is in the middle, and the sun
is on the other side. So
yes.
The Earth passes, but in the other way, it's the moon that passes.
Mm-hmm. So the moon eclipses the sun, so that's why it's a solar eclipse, because the sun is being eclipsed.
I've also heard that it could be harmful if you look at it without the proper eyewear and stuff like that. Is that true though?
Yes.
Harmful in what way? Just hurt my eyes?
No, you don't want to damage your retinas because your eyes are precious and you want to see, your loved ones and family. So we always recommend that you wear solar glasses, specifically eclipse glasses. You want to ensure that your eyes are protected, whether you are looking at it in the partial phase, because what we will be getting on Monday is a partial, even though it's a total eclipse for the States, because of our location, we'll be getting a partial eclipse. So most of our viewing will be looking directly at the sun. So you're still going to see the light. It's just that part. So it's like the arm of Neville going to be cut off, blocked by Dahlia, right? Oh, sorry. So that's really what is happening. So in that case, you would want to wear your solar eclipse glasses. In the only event that you can remove the solar eclipse glasses is if you're along the path of totality and you are in totality. When totality starts, you can take off the solar eclipse glasses and actually look.
Shades can't work.
No, shades cannot work. I don't want to hear anybody blind because they tell them so them can look at the sun, even though it's exciting.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
All right, we have to speed up to the other things. So we're not going to be able to view the total eclipse. Just the U.S.?
The U.S., but because of how close in proximity,
we'll catch a bit of it.
We'll catch a partial eclipse. So as I was saying, you just cut out a little piece of Neville arm. Yeah.
You know what time?
Yes, it's supposed to be around between about 12:30 p.m. our time to 1, based on our position and...
PM, which mean idea.
Yes,
They're not the sun, darling. The sun not gonna come out.
There's no moon too.
Yes.
But the moon will come during the sun time.
Then that more I know. 12:30 PM is day, right? Then
Yes,
But
yes.
moon come at night.
Not only in the nighttime. It just depends on the phases of the moon. Because sometimes you can see the moon in the daytime. Have you ever driven in the morning and you'll see the moon somewhere in the west, like the little silhouette? It's usually when it's in the last quarter phase, or like sometimes the waning gibbous phases. Sometimes in the early morning when you're driving, you see the sun in the east, but you're looking a little bit west and you see the moon quietly.
There are going to be some other events happening in April?
Yes, so there is a meteor shower, which is the Lyrid meteor shower. It peaks around the 21st of April, but that's a Monday,
Okay.
if I'm right, if I'm remembering my calendar right. So, but you can view it the night before. And there is also an interesting comet that is making a return. If you are an astronomy enthusiast, you'll be going out. The people along the path of the eclipse, they will be able to see it possibly during the eclipse, because if they're along the path of totality, you block out all the light for the 4 minutes of totality, and you can actually start to see some of the stars in the night sky. So this eclipse, it's not just for astronomers. If you like nature, because everything is connected, if you're along the path of totality, you would be able to, when totality starts, you'd actually be able to hear the crickets in the background. They come in. The bees actually use the sun. So when the sun is completely obscured, they start going back to their nest. And researchers and scientists have always been
fascinated by this. It says it's the Mother of Dragons comet. It's unique Halley-type comet. It's completing its orbit around the sun, and it does that every 71 years. Its first appearance has been 1954. It's the size of a city. It's the size of a city. And then there's a pink moon.
It's not necessarily pink.
Yes.
But that's the name that the Native Americans
You
gave.
know, if me did ask if it was really pink, everybody would laugh. But it's used a pink moon, and that look pink to me.
Oh, that looks like a lunar eclipse.
Oh, so that is
picture.
That is
but
not
they like to put, they like to,
AI things.
zhuzh it up, you know.
But why is it a pink moon? The moon appears brighter than usual, they say?
Not necessarily. So each month, when there's a full moon, the Native Americans named the moon after what they were experiencing. So the last full moon was the worm moon, and the reason why it's called the worm moon is because they had noticed that worms would come out of the ground at this time in spring.
Okay.
So they used it. So they like to, everything is on a cycle with the heavens, so they like to use the names as well as those cycles to say, okay, you know when to plant, when to...
And by the way, the full moon, the werewolves come out here. So, so be careful around the full moon. You did talk about the Moon-Mars conjunction on April 6th.
No,
What
because April 6th is over the weekend, and usually it's actually in the early morning. Now, if you're passionate about it, you will wake up to see it, but most people are asleep in the early morning. But if you're passionate and you want to get up, all you just need to do is look east.
April 6th is my mother's birthday. I must look east. And I will see it.
Well,
you know, when I was a little boy...
When we move go Mars, may I go with Dominique?
Because you know everything.
Yes.
As a little boy, them used to tell me that when we have night, Australia have day. So, you know, when the sun is setting in the west, I have this big, beautiful glow. Me used to tell my little friend, them said, that is Australia.
And then believe you don't.
Everybody, they believe me. But it's true because it look like it's morning because this, you know, this bright glow. And them tell me, say,
son, just since you work past smile, you stay so.
You get the final word. Tell me again what time and where we must get these glasses to look at it.
Okay, so you can buy them from Amazon or any trusted international website.
Wait, name moon-looking glasses?
No. For the solar eclipse, you want to buy solar eclipse glasses.
Solar eclipse glasses. Go on again, Shana Tuna. I'm not hearing you, Shana Tuna.
Okay, so for the glasses, you can purchase them on Amazon or any astronomy website. Usually NASA would put links on their website to where you can purchase these glasses. And if you're purchasing them now, just expect the price to just be a little
But as you said, do not attempt to look at it without those.
Do not attempt to look at it without.
You hear, Kyle?
Do you have any reason to say that someone would have been hurt because they looked at it without those glasses?
Yes, because on a normal day you're not supposed to look at the sun.
All right, we have to go. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
It's just so cool. Member of Astronomical Association of Jamaica, Dominique Campbell.
She's an astronaut.